Your life is an outcome of your decisions. Your decisions make you what you are. Your success depends on your decision making skills. Either you can become a creator of your own destiny and live a happy life, or you can follow other people's advices, their orders, and live a frustrated and a regretful life. It all depends on your decision making skill. How we are going to live our life depends on our decisions. Yet, when we face difficult decisions, we often hesitate, procrastinate, or we typically ask for advices from our family, friends, and elders. But letting others define our future or letting them decide how are we going to spend rest of our life can sometimes lead us to unsatisfied, frustrated, and a regretful life. While growing up, I have had difficulties in making decisions. Therefore, I decided to do a small research on it, and my research took me to ancient scriptures where I found quite satisfying answers. Hi guys, this is Pratik and you are watching Eclectic. In ancient Hindu Sanskrit scriptures, people are divided into three types: followers, decision makers, and the leaders. Followers are the people who depend on others when it comes to decision making. They let others decide their fate. They lack courage to be responsible for their own actions. Hence, they are the followers of the other people's wisdom, knowledge, strength, and skills. Followers do not try to discover their own strengths and weaknesses, and that is what keeps them confused. They allow the world to write the story of their lives. The second ones are the decision makers. These people take decisions proactively. Decision makers take responsibility upon themselves even if they are not obligated to do so. Then there are leaders. True leaders make their own decisions as well as they empower others to make decisions. They encourage people to take responsibility and take charge of their life. Leaders have to constantly deal with uncertainty. Leaders give hope to people when nothing is clear. Decisions made by leaders affect large number of people. Now imagine you have a business. In business you need followers as well as decision makers and leaders in your company's hierarchy. Employees who contribute to the growth of your company voluntarily. For example, they prepare a report or a market research without you asking them to do so. They work for your company voluntarily, proactively because they love what they do. These employees represent the decision makers. They mostly work at the executive levels or as the heads of various departments. They work at the designations which needs them to take action or manage people. These people are always precious to your company's growth. Then at the bottom of hierarchy, you need followers. These employees do things you ask them to do. Nothing more, nothing less. You have to always keep telling them what to do. And at the top, you need a leader, a man who runs a company or a CEO of a company. These guys will encourage others to take responsibility of their own departments because they understand one man cannot know everything. They need people around them to work proactively. Now the good thing is, Sanskrit scriptures also say that it is possible to learn how to make decisions, how to be proactive, how to promote yourself from one level to another. If we are in a followers category, we can become the decision makers. If we are in the decision makers category, with increasing experience, we can become leaders or at least the creators of our own destinies. All animals of earth take decisions all the time, but only humans have capability to imagine the possible outcomes of their decisions. It would be easy for us if Netflix sends us a DVD which shows us the possible outcomes of our choices, but decision making is an art to master. There are only two types of decisions, easy ones and the hard ones. In easy decisions or choices, one alternative is better than the other, so it is simple to choose. In hard decisions, one alternative is better in some ways, the other alternative is better in other ways, and neither is better than the other overall. Now here is the secret. We all have been told to ask ourselves, what do you want to do in your life? Or what do you want to become in your life? And that makes us confused. Instead of asking these questions, we should be asking ourselves, how do we want to spend our life? And what matters the most in our life? If it is an important decision about your career and you are facing difficulty in choosing between different jobs or different career, calm yourself. Take yourself away from people who are trying to influence your decision. Imagine how would be your life in each career or job. Try to imagine what would that career or job would bring in your life. If you like what you are seeing in your imagination, then comes the next step. What matters the most? Happiness is different for everyone. So different things matter to different people. Some people want loads of money. Some want fame. and some want a good satisfied life where all needs are fulfilled. After assessing all this, now be your own critic. Ask yourself, do you have what it takes to achieve all that? Imagining good things about your life is one thing, but your self-assessment also matters. During this assessment, do not be too hard on yourself. If you lack some qualities or skills, you can learn them. And remember, the biggest obstacle between you and good decision making skill is the fear of uncertainty, fear of taking responsibility. Overcome these fears. No one knows what future looks like. People who are good decision makers do not fear the outcome and they take responsibility of their actions. They never blame others and most importantly, they never live their lives in regret. In one of the videos of my recently uploaded series exploring creativity and innovation, where I showed you a well-researched case study on the successful geniuses of all time, we saw that the being able to overcome the fear of uncertainty is one of the essential qualities of geniuses, which adds up to their success. Be ready to face criticism. If you choose a career by going against your family or friends, if you succeed, you will prove yourself to everyone and you will get all the benefits of your decision. However, if you fail, you will have to face humiliation of being a failure. Accept the fact that your decision can have either good effects or bad effects, and in some cases both good and bad can happen. It is uncertain and unpredictable. Your decision affects people according to your position, your designation and responsibilities you have. If you are just a student, your decision will most likely impact your own life. If you are a father or a mother, your decision can impact your family. And if you are a leader, let's say a president, your decision is going to impact large number of people. The more the responsibility on your shoulders, more the impact of your decisions. Take an example of US President Donald Trump. Trump's immigration policies will affect families of many Indian and Mexican immigrants. Spouses of H-1B visa holder may even lose their job, but on the brighter side, many of unemployed Americans will get jobs and their families will be benefited. Unemployment among Americans will decrease. So as the President of United States, it is up to the Donald Trump what he decides for American people. So if you have more responsibilities on your shoulder, your decision is going to impact larger number of people. Therefore, responsibilities and impacts of your decisions are directly proportional to each other. That is why Elon Musk, a billionaire entrepreneur and the founder of Tesla and SpaceX, advises students to face tough decisions early in their lives when they don't have any responsibilities.
Now is the time to take risk. You don't have kids. As you get older, your obligations increase. And once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that before you have those obligations. So I would encourage you to take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it.
Therefore, the conclusion is there are no bad or good decisions. Being able to make decisions is all that matters. And with each decision, you face consequences, responsibilities, and uncertainty. So at the end, here is a short clip of Jack Ma, where he describes an incident where he made a life-changing decision.
So that was the idea. So I came back to China and say, I want to resign from my school.
You were a teacher.
I was a teacher. I've been teaching in the university for 6 years. So I said, I want to do it. I invite 24 of my friends to my apartment. After 2 hours of explaining what I'm going to do, internet, and 23 of them say, forget it. He said, this thing never worked because there's no such thing called internet in the world. You know nothing about a computer, so why you want to do this? And only one people, he said, Jack, if you want to try it, just to try it. But if there's something wrong, just come back. And after a whole night thinking, I say, I still want to do it. Because most of the people, they have a fancy ideas in the evening, but in the day, when they wake up in the evening or in the morning, they go back to do the same job. We have to do something different. So from there, I started my business borrowing $2,000 from my relatives and friends. So that was my trip. I call myself like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers. And those people who are expert of riding horses, they all fall down, and I'm still surviving.